Hello everyone, Zellerant here, and we just got the biggest quality of life in Girls Frontline 2 that so many other gachas, especially some big ones that I think everybody knows who I'm talking about, refuses to put in their game, and that is a loadout system for our units. And so in Girls Frontline 2, they have a new section down here added called Formation. With this, you can go in here and you can actually set up your entire formation for all your teams, which includes all of their attachments, common keys, and everything. So we're going to kind of just go through that real quick, and I can show you how easy it is to set up. So you can rename the setups however you want. So like my first one, I'll just call it my primary. This is my team that I just do basic content with. We'll just say like story mode, hard mode. It's just my all-around general team. And so I want to set this one up. You have content that has 5 members, 6 members, and all that. So just know you can have all the way up to 6 in some content, so it allows you to set up 6. So when you go in here, you're going to want to make sure that your 6th one is the one, because most content is 5, some of it's 4 as well. So you want to make sure that you're setting up the first 4 to be like the main 4. If you ever do anything that only allows 4, and then the 5th one is who you add on if you get allowed 5, and then the 6th one is if you're allowed a 6th one, who you're going to throw in there. So right now, let's see here. Let's go ahead and so we're going to start them off. This little checkbox down here says dolls will use their settings from the refitting room when placed. So this is what they currently have equipped in the refitting room on them, that this is what it's going to use. So you want to use this probably to start off, since you probably already have them geared up. But no, you probably have your common keys spread out amongst them, which is kind of one of the main problems, because you don't want to do the tedious tasks of moving all that stuff around, which is what the loadout system is going to allow you to avoid. So you can do that and then go in here. Now you have all of your people in here, and you basically just select your first one. Like right now, Klukai is going to be in my primary team. So I'm going to select Klukai. Now, the first 4 are pretty much in all content. So I know with Klukai, I definitely want Mishti. And then I also definitely want Peridia. Those are my main core 3 people on my corrosion team are going to be in there every time. Now, currently, for all content, since I don't really have my holy grail team, as I would call it, which is Springfield, Tololo, Klukai, Mishti, and Peridia, once we get Springfield, I'm actually going to go with my 4th one just being Suomi for now, just so I have a sustain in the team. Don't really need it for any of the content that only has 4 people, but that's just the safe. Have Suomi in there for my 4-member team. So I have that. And then for the 5th member, let's see, who's a good one to bring into my generic 5th member team? I think for that I've been bringing Tololo. And then after that, actually for my generic team, I'd probably go with where is she? My second best one, which is going to be QJ, and then Sharkry. This is going to be my generic, any content team. This one's going to be adjusted over time. I may change this depending on how I want to do it. I mean, the generic content's like story. It really doesn't matter. The big thing is that Klukai is in there because she just wipes everything super easy. So I have that. So good. I've put my team together, and now you go to this. Once you've got all your people selected, you get to this screen, and this is what is great. This is where you can select their attachments you want them to utilize. And what's really nice about this is you can share attachments amongst your loadouts. And so right now I'm just going to save this right now so you can kind of see. So if I go back, I have this as my primary. Now, Klukai currently, for example, is using my best barrel right now. Klukai is using my best barrel, while QJ is not, because I only have 1 perfect barrel. But when I build my burn team and go into my second one, so we can say this one, we'll call it burn. When I build my burn team here, my number 1 in my burn team right now is going to be QJ and Sharkry. And we'll just go with them for now. I'm just going to set them up just to kind of show this. What I can do here now is Klukai is not going to be in my main burn team in the future. Right now, she probably will because she's just that good for me. But in the future, when we have the full burn team, Klukai may not be in it. And so what I can do here is I can find it. Which one is it? So right here, or oh, I actually have another one. I didn't even realize I have another one. So I actually do have another perfect one, but I do have, when you use the targeting chips to make one of them perfect, meaning all the stats are perfect, you can actually utilize, so here's the one Klukai is using right now. I can swap for it here. This is already attached on Skyla. Do you want to swap it? Yes, that is fine because it is attached here. So now Klukai in this burn setup is using that barrel that my Klukai by default has. But it's fine because I'm not bringing Klukai into this one. Now, if I did bring Klukai in here, so we'll bring her in, she doesn't have it now because I put it on QJ. So we'll go ahead and just save this preset just so you can see. She lost it because QJ has it. But the great thing is, when I go to this one, my Klukai still has it. And that is what is huge in this. But it's not just attachments. You can do this with your common keys as well. Right now, I kind of have my common keys spread out pretty nicely amongst everybody. But on this one, Klukai is my main one. Klukai is doing like all the work on this. I want her to have all of the best keys. So right now she has, let's see, I can't remember everything she has. She has hers for AoE. She has Allrid's, which is good for her as well. But then she just has the generic crit rate and 3% damage dealt to targets with defense debuffs increased by 7%. So this one's really good on her. But maybe I want one of the other ones. So like my QJ has this one outside of one's turn. Okay, that one's better on QJ. I don't want to steal that one. But a lot of these other ones that aren't currently shown on people, maybe one of them's better for her. That one's absolutely terrible for her. Let's see if I can find one that currently is not. That one's not good for her. And she may actually be a bad example of this one. Yeah, I don't think there's really anything possibly better for her currently. There's nothing better for Klukai right now. So this is kind of a bad example. But you can do the same thing with common keys. Like right now, my Klukai has, for example, the Allrid common key. The Allrid one right here is also very, very good for QJ. So in this one, my burn team, I want to put that one on QJ because this is for my burn team. So I'm going to go ahead and go in here and let's see which one of these I want to replace. If under the effects, so this one's good on her. This one as well. So we're going to replace this one with this one because they're almost always going to be not at full HP with QJ because she does support actions. So I can replace it. Boom. Now QJ has Ulrid's common key and Klukai doesn't. I can save this preset, and then when I go to this one, Klukai still has it. So you have that for the weapon, and you can do the same thing with the weapons. I never switch out my weapons either. Skyla's really good on Klukai, but maybe there's another unit that could take advantage of it. I don't know. I don't have an example of it currently, but maybe someone else can use Skyla. Well, I can switch out the weapons the same way. And we'll just use it for an example here. Burn team, for example, if I wanted to say merge my gold melodies, because I have 2 gold melodies, but let's say I did not have gold melodies. Or we can use Planata as an example. I have a Planata, but it's on my Tololo. I can actually now, in my burn team, say, all right, I want Sharkry to have my Planata, which is right here. It's currently on Tololo. But Tololo's not going to be in my burn team's fight. So I'm going to replace it. And now Sharkry has the Planata. And now what's nice about this is I actually can I can actually merge the golden melodies now because it's going to be so easy to swap the weapons around with the loadout system that I actually want to put Planata on Sharkry, and I'm going to have a gold melody that's got 2 dupes on it on QJ. Super easy to swap them in and out that way. And then I can throw Klukais on somebody else, like say just to give them an elite weapon. Maybe I put it on Cinerisi. I mean, I have the Battle Pass weapon, so I'm not going to do that. But I can always throw an elite weapon on another unit this way. And so you have that with the weapons as well here. And so you can save that. And so that's pretty much it here. I mean, It's super, super useful in configuring a perfect team for the fights without the tedious process. And you already know how tedious that Gunsmoke can be. You have to have 3 teams if you're doing all 3 hits, and you don't have all the weapons and attachments built up for all the teams. So if you really want to min-max that damage, you need to swap out weapons and common keys. And this is going to allow you to do that. It's to the point that I never did that. I never swapped out attachments or the common keys. I did swap out weapons, but I never swapped out common keys or the attachments. So, for example, my Cinerisi would be borrowing, I believe I would have her borrow the Golden Melody, and just so she had an elite weapon, but it still had all of QJ's, or no, I can't remember. I would swap out the weapon, and it would have the wrong attachments for the person. But I was like, it doesn't matter. I just need to get an elite weapon on them. I'm not taking the time to swap out the attachments. And so I would just go with it. And so they were a little bit weaker than they really could be. And so this is going to fix that. But overall, a very great system here. You have 6 slots for this. And I believe you have, I think there's less than 6 elements, right? You have corrosion, physical, burn, electric, hydro. So 5 elements. So you can kind of have basically your generic do everything team, and then 1 for every element when you eventually go mono elements in the future as we get kind of fleshed out teams. So overall, one of the best quality of lives ever added into a gacha game that a lot of them don't have. I think Wuthering Waves just actually added one recently, which is really good for them as well. But yeah, there is other games that pretty much refuse to do it, even though it'd be extremely useful for them. So definitely was the biggest thing I kept asking for ever since CN got it in the questionnaire, and we finally got it. But yeah, that's just a quick rundown of the loadout system. Make sure to take advantage of that. It makes your life so much easier for the Gunsmoke Frontline, and it doesn't take that long to set up. And then all you have to do is, as you get better attachments and stuff, you can swap them in and out here. And then you just go into the fight. So I have that top one set up, and how you utilize it is you'll just kind of go in here. And I believe if you want to go here, do I have the equipment here? You go in. And then when you get in here, you have it where it says use refitting room settings. So this is going to use whatever they have equipped in the refitting room. I'm pretty much never going to use the settings again. Like, I'm never even going to swap out stuff in the refitting room anymore. It doesn't matter. I'm going to use my presets. I'm just going to go boom. Okay, and then you can see here, remember, I have 6 people here. So you select it, and then you have the units and their settings here. And you just pick which ones you want to bring in. So I'm only allowed 5 here. I just go boom, boom. I want my main corrosion ones. And then I just want to sustain, and then we'll go with QJ, because she's just another damage dealer for me. Boom, ready to go. That's all there is to it. And they have the weapons, attachments, and everything that you have set it in the loadout. Now, I don't want to do this since I can auto this, but that's just an example of how it's utilized. Does it the same way in all the other stuff. So, right now I don't have... Gunsmoke's not available to show it in Gunsmoke, but it's going to work in the same way. It'll be slightly different because you have to select the borrowed unit in that. So just know that it'll be a little bit different. I just can't show how it works right now. But yeah, that's pretty much it. I thought I'd talk about it. It's the biggest thing that I wanted for the game. The only thing now I'm waiting on, which we'll probably get at half anniversary, is going to be in the shop here. We will be getting... Where is it? In the grow stack. I know in neural integration here, we will eventually be getting polls for this currency. That's the next big quality of life I'm waiting for, so I can get a lot more polls. And I know a lot of free-to-play are wanting that, especially because Vector's coming out right now. But we should be getting it at half anniversary, so after you blow everything you have on Vector, you can recoup from that by using that currency. But that should be what we get at half anniversary. But yeah, they're doing everything we are wanting. They're giving all the quality of life a lot earlier than CN got it. So it is really, really good. We are eating good here on Global. But yeah, that's pretty much it. If you like my content, if you could like, comment, subscribe, it really helps. And thanks for watching.